Next I'm going to be showing you how to make some dog-friendly cupcakes for your dog, which is a nice tasty treat for them. So the first thing you do want to do is make sure you preheat your oven to 190 degrees. So you're going to need a baking tray, a mixing bowl, a spoon and a fork as well. For your cake mixture, you're going to need half a jar of peanut butter. So most peanut butter is safe for dogs. You can get dog peanut butter or you can buy peanut butter from a shop. Just make sure it's not got any sweeteners in, because that's what is dangerous for your dogs. Some wholemeal flour. You do want to make sure it's wholemeal flour, as plain flour can be quite bad for your dogs as well. You want to make it as healthy as possible. You also want a banana, which dogs love banana. And then when it comes to making the filling, you want to have ready a cup of water. Again, you're going to be using some flour again. And as an option, if you have it in your cupboards, we also can use a little bit of honey. And then just whatever treats your dog likes to put on the top of your cakes. So first we are going to make the actual cupcakes. So the first thing you want to do is open up your banana and pop it into your mixing bowl. So I always find it a lot easier to use a fork for this, but then you want to cut up and mash up your banana. So I find it easier to slice it a little bit first and then mash it. So it doesn't look very appetizing to us, but your dog will love it when it's finished. Next, we're going to put in a cup of flour. And the last ingredient is your peanut butter. So I'm just going to put some spoonfuls of this in. So I got quite a big jar, so if you have a smaller jar, that's where you can put about half in. If you've got a big jar like me, just put a couple of spoonfuls in and give your mixture a little stir. So you want to mix it all together, and you want to make it, when it's all stirred and combined, into almost like a dough, so like when you're doing your baking at home. So once you've given it a nice stir and all your ingredients is combined, I then actually find it easier to use my hands to make your mixture into a big ball of dough. If you find that your mixture is a bit soggy, you can try adding some more flour. If you find it's a bit dry, try adding a bit more banana or peanut butter. So after that, you have your massive ball of dough. So next you want to put your mixture into your cupcake cases. So you want to get your big dough ball and tear little chunks off and make into little mini dough balls. Pop into your cupcake case and then place it onto your baking tray. And you just want to keep doing that until you've used up all of your mixture. So next you're going to put your cupcakes into your preheated oven, and they're going to bake for about 12 to 15 minutes until they are golden brown. So here are my baked cupcakes. They were in the oven for about 15 minutes, so that's what you want them to look like, a nice golden brown. So next we're going to make the topping for our cakes. We're going to make the icing. So as mentioned previously, we just need some of the flour, some water, and if you've got any in your cupboard, some honey, but don't worry too much if you don't have that. So you literally just want to put in a tiny bit of honey, because it's not actually that great for your dogs, it just helps it all stick together a little bit. And then I'm going to put some flour in. You might find you have to play with the flour and water quantities a little bit to get the amount of icing you want to cover your cakes. And you want it to kind of form the same texture as it would if you were making icing for your cake at home for yourself. And you want to give it a nice stir. So kind of like a royal icing type texture. So I'm going to find with mine, I think I'm going to have to add a little bit more water. Okay, so now my icing's ready. So you want it to be this sort of texture. You just want to spoon a little bit onto each of your cupcakes. If you're like me, you'll make a little bit of a mess doing this bit. I'm sure some of you will make very pretty ones that look really decorative. You want to put it on each of them like that. So you want to ice all of your cupcakes, and what I like to do is afterwards just put a little bone on the top. So that's your finished cupcakes. So after they're all finished, I usually pop them in the refrigerator. You can store them for usually up to 3 days, and please make sure they're cool before feeding to your dogs. but this is your finished cupcakes, a nice tasty treat for your pooch.